What's going on, y'all? This your boy Scotty by Nature TV,
Giving you the real tea. What's happening, y'all?
and we're about to find out who was wrong.
Hey.
Josiah picks the right songs because he definitely asked me what song, what did I want. I said just pick anything. I don't care, just pick anything, and he just always picks the right stuff. That's shout out to Josiah for that. Shout out to Josiah.
Period. Because I live for that.
All right, so this is the very first episode of Who Was Wrong, you guys, and of course, I decided to start it off with my best friend and big brother, Terrence. Okay, and he chose the topic for today, which was Love and Hip Hop Season 2 feud, Chrissy versus Yandy. Okay, Chrissy Lampkin versus Yandy Smith. Okay, and we are on opposite sides, of course. He's Team Chrissy in this situation, and I am Team Yandy in this situation. So this is gonna be some fun ass banter between the two of us because I just want to know why he on Team Chrissy, and I'm pretty sure he wants to know why I'm on Team Yandy. So we're gonna start it off by basically talking about how they even came to be, how it started, how from the beginning. So I'm gonna start it off, Terrence. So you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But when season 2 first opened, this was Yandy's first time on the show,
Uh-huh.
and she was introduced as Jim Jones's manager. And apparently, her and Chrissy were cool at some point.
Yeah.
At least that's how it looks when the show first started. It seems like they were cool. They had a decent rapport with
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
other. Then Yandy introduces them to Kimbella. And then we already know what happened with the Kimbella thing. Kimbella come back, she tell Emily that she fucked a man, and then it became a big hoorah, which led to Chrissy putting hands on Kimbella, with Kimbella saying she still looked pretty, which is a memorable quote of our
Very
lovely
much so.
very much so. Okay. So then after that situation, it was the did the daughter-in-law book come after that?
It did.
Okay, so Chrissy was having issues with Mama Jones. And I'm guessing she confided in Yandy about the daughter-in-law book.
Of all people.
About the daughter-in-law book. She gave Chrissy the daughter-in-law book, and then Mama Jones made the song "Psychotic Bitch." She made that song. They was in the club and danced, and Yandy started dancing to the song while they was in the club, and that pissed Chrissy off as
Mhm.
well. Now, what happened after? Okay, so wait a minute. Did the psychotic song come first, or did the book come first?
The book came first, then her dancing to physicality.
Physical.
Because that's what it was.
Okay, so after that, okay, so what happened after the song? Because it was a lot that went down that led up to.
Then then it was the proposal. And how she already told messy ass Mona Scott Young that she was going to propose to Jim, and she did not want Yandy to be there because that moment would have took away from her proposal. And when
Mhm.
that happened, that's when Yandy wanted to take it upon herself to go over there and talk to Chrissy. And that's when that whole shebang down there in Miami happened. And that was
And,
when Chrissy was done with the show. And she
and
didn't want to do the interview with Mona Scott Young.
don't forget the email too. There was an email sent out too.
Yeah.
Chrissy was also pissed off about an email. The email happened before they got to Miami or something like that, where I think not Chrissy, Yandy decided to quit and not work as Jim Jones' manager due to the issues between her and Chrissy, and then she
Oh
quit.
yeah, with her saying that she
Yeah,
didn't get paid.
yeah, and what he was doing with his money and buying his
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend bags and purses and stuff like that, and then
Out of
also
line, bitch, because that won't none of your damn business. All right, that won't none of your damn business. Because we won't questioning you about where you and Felonices was getting his money from and what he was doing with it. You was out of line. Chrissy
did you
should have mollywopped your ass then.
did you say felony C's? Did you
I
say that?
did.
We
Felonices.
we only 5 minutes in, and you already going in already. We ain't supposed to be going in yet.
I
Like,
can't help it. When you talk about Trash Can Yan, I go in because
oh,
she's
oh
just she throw the rock and had her hand. She another melody. She must be AKA. I don't know.
see, to all the AKAs out there. Listen, okay. So after that, I think so then there was the email, then there was the Miami trip where she was getting proposed to Jim. She proposed to Jim, whatever happened. And then they saw
Dude,
each other at the club, and then Yandy walked over and said, Chrissy said, "You got something to say to me?" And then Yandy was like, "You got something you want to show me, like your engagement ring?"
mhm.
Then Chrissy said, "You can't play with me like that. You can't play with me like that. It's too far gone. You
Mhm.
sending my man emails about what he buying me, bitch, you out of line or something," she said.
Period.
And so after she said that, they get into this big argument, and then she was like, what Yandy say? "I can have your job." And Chrissy said, "And what job is that?" And then Yandy said, "I hold him down." And then
You tried it. Oh my God. I wanted Chrissy to snipe her up so bad. I wanted her to do it so bad. Lord
she
Jesus.
said, "I hold him down. I hold him down."
Woo,
Okay, so
it'll be
then
me.
that's when Chrissy ran up and kicked Yandy, and it was a big shebang, honey. And then Chrissy was waiting outside for Yandy, and they
You
took
better
her out
believe
the
it.
back door.
You
And
better
then
believe
after
it.
that, Chrissy and Yandy never filmed with each other again. And then there was this bitch ass reality check reunion that they had those weak ass interviews, and Chrissy didn't even want to talk to Mona. She only wanted to talk to the other producer. Everybody else talked to Mona except Chrissy, and then Chrissy did not come back to Love and Hip Hop
I
New
didn't
York
blame.
until season 10. And I guess we can include season 10 on this
Yeah,
too,
because they still beefing.
because they were still beefing on season 10. So Chrissy comes back to season 10.
Mhm.
And what started that? Okay. They came back in season 10. Kimbella and Chrissy got cool.
That's
Yeah,
what started it.
yeah, yeah. Chrissy and Kimbella got cool. Yandy and Kimbella were on the outs. It was a situation that went down when it was Yandy, Jonathan, and Sin and Kimbella. They was all at lunch together. There was an
Mhm.
article out there in the blogs about Chrissy. I think she was either losing her house or it was something
Yeah,
going on. I don't know. I
yeah.
don't remember it all,
And
but it was
Yandy was talking about it.
yeah, and Yandy was talking about it, and she said that, "Oh, that happened when I stopped managing." So
Uh-huh.
Kimberla said that she was being messy
Hmm.
about what she said and what it was mentioned. And I think Kimberla went back and told Chrissy
Which
what
was
Yandy
messy.
had said, which was messy. And that's when Chrissy confronted Yandy, and Yandy
Mhm.
said that she did not mean it as shade. But even though I'm Team Yandy when it come down to Chrissy, it was definitely
It
shade, and she
was
should have
shade,
just
baby.
owned up
Right.
to the situation.
That's my point right there.
Yeah. So then what okay, so after that, it was some other situation that happened between Chrissy and Yandy. It was about a business thing, and Chrissy didn't want to deal with it because they was dealing with Yandy or something. It was something that happened after that. It After that, season 10 was a blur because I think we both
Yeah,
stopped doing it after a while.
we did.
So that's pretty much the gist of Chrissy versus Yandy, which is probably one of my favorite feuds
Mine
on
too.
Love and Hip Hop. It's probably one of my favorite feuds. I can say that one of my favorite feuds on Love and Hip Hop.
Mine
Now,
too.
I'm gonna let you start off with where you at with it. Why you chose the side that you chose in this situation, and why do you feel like Yandy was the one that was wrong in this situation? Let's talk about why you feel like she was wrong, child.
First and foremost, let me say this. Around that time in season 2, I liked Yandy. I want to make that clear.
Mhm.
Around that time, I was here for Yandy. I was seeing it for Yandy, blah, blah, blah. I did. I want to make that clear. But I was on Chrissy's side when Yandy made it personal by trying to throw in what he's doing for his girl. That's none of your business.
Mhm.
Whatever he decides to do for his girlfriend should not put a dent in his wallet at all. Because
Right.
be clear, he's Jim Jones and you Yandy L. Smith. You understand? You toured with him, you toured with Missy, you toured with Pharrell. You've done a lot of things. So if you're putting yourself on the pedestal of I'm this boss bitch and he makes money because of me, then his finances You know what I'm saying? If there's a situation where he's not getting paid and you're not getting paid, but you're trying to put it all off on him by saying, "Well, your money must be funny because you're buying her bags and you're buying her clothes and you're doing this for her and you're doing that for her." Yandy had every right to feel away because it's like, "Damn, bitch, we supposed to be cool." We supposed to be friendly or whatever, but yet I'm hearing from my dude that you're sitting up here trying to blame me or throw me into the wolves of his financial situations. That's none of your
Right.
business. Then
Exactly.
on top of that, if I'm telling you, well, because Chrissy's whole thing was you put on a reality TV hat and you traded that in for your managerial hat. What I got from that from Chrissy was more than likely Jim Jones, because you know he a cackler. He probably was sitting around there telling her, "Well, you know, she wants to be on camera so bad that I ain't getting no bookings. I'm not doing this. I ain't doing that." So maybe Chrissy was like, "It's like, girl, well, you telling me about this, but he's telling me he ain't been working because you too busy wanting to play around with Mona and these cameras."
Mm-hmm.
So if he's not getting paid, instead of you trying to put it all off on Miho, maybe you need to stop and take a look at that. Because I did feel like, even though I like Yandy, I did feel like Jim Jones' feelings was valid on that because she did. It stopped being about her managing him and it started being about loving hip hop. So I
Mm.
understood both sides. Then on top of that, that's one foul. You already know the issues that I have with Mama Jones. She don't like me for whatever reason.
Right.
You know that she done made a song about me. You know our issues. We're supposed to be cool. You're on camera dancing to a song that's basically a diss to me. Then
That's right.
you're going to turn around and try to clean it up by giving me a book about how to handle my mother-in-law.
Right.
So, okay, that's one strike. Then it's this strike. Then it's like, okay, I'm proposing. Not even that. You know that what Kimbella, because be clear, I believe Kimbella when Kimbella said she knew that Yandy knew that she was going down there to let all of that bag of worms be known about her being with Fabulous and I.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Yandy was at fault for that. Even though Chrissy was wrong as hell for putting her hands on Kimbella, and I do stand by that. Chrissy was wrong for that. She
Mm-hmm.
was. She was not into that. It won't that deep. But my thing about Yandy is you already know how Chrissy is. You already know the situation. Why would you bring Kim Bella there if you already knew beforehand that's what she was going to do? That should not have been the time or the place for her to have done that at. And for you to think that she's right for doing that is an issue. I took that as an issue too. Scotty, I would have never done that to you. There's no way in hell I would have bought somebody that been with your man and
Mm-hmm.
we having a party celebrating you getting away from him, and I'm bringing him around for him to give you some shit like that.
Mm, okay.
So,
Okay.
and then you take it on down when it comes to the proposal and how that whole situation happened. It's just like Yandy, take some fault and take some responsibility in something. That's my whole issue with her. You took no accountability for nothing. You don't feel like you're wrong in it, and you are.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. I hope I ain't
Okay.
giving it too much.
Okay. So this is I'm going to go and say why I was team Yandy then versus now. Because when that happened, I had to be what, 23?
Right.
So my mindset is different from where it was when I was 22. So the reason why I felt like I was team Yandy because I just felt like personally that Chrissy was a bully. That's how I felt. And I felt like she was doing too much in regards to Yandy. I felt like the way she was handling certain things
Mm-hmm.
wasn't
I agree.
appropriate, so to speak. Like it's a way to talk to people. And I used to feel like Chrissy doesn't want to talk to you. She want to talk at you. Like
Right.
she want to, you know what I'm saying? Like she want to talk
Yeah.
to you like you ain't got no sense, or she want to talk to you like she run you or something. And I felt
Yeah.
as though that was my problem with Chrissy is the way she handled it. And I think because of the way she handled it, it made me ignore the things that Yandy was actually doing. Because when I watch it again as an adult, like well, I was an
Mm-hmm.
adult then, but as an adult, like in my early to mid 30s, Yandy was kind of wrong when you really think about it, because it's like, okay, is one okay, so and I'm looking at it from your point of view now. And not only from your point of view, but just me watching it again, because I got all the damn Love and Hip Hop DVDs.
Yeah.
So I watch it. So I'm looking at it now and I'm like, okay, so it's probably going like a little something like this. Chrissy probably feel like, okay, bitch, you already brought Kimbella to this damn party, and Emily, my home girl, and
Hmm.
for a fact that Kimbella slept with her man all them years ago, and you know that
Hmm.
already, but you still gonna think it's a good idea to bring this girl here so she can tell my friend that she fucked her man. That's disrespectful as fuck to
It
do
is.
while we're celebrating her getting away from that same nigga. You gonna bring her here to tell me that she fucked him while she was pregnant,
Hmm.
and you knew that that's what she came there for.
Hmm.
So you didn't bother to tell your friend, don't do it if you gonna do it, don't do it at the party. Do it face to face. Don't do it at the party. Do it when it's just
Right.
y'all.
At the very least.
Yes, but you decide to let her come
Hmm.
and do it then. Totally understood that. I totally understand that. I can't even take that from you. I definitely get that part. So then after that happened, the song comes out.
Hmm.
They playing it in the club. You dancing in front of me, knowing that the song is hurtful to me, knowing I've told you about my issues with Mama Jones, and you still gonna get up and disrespect me by dancing to the song in front of me. Now, when I was watching it back then, I said, well, it ain't that serious. She was just trying to make light of the situation.
I did too. I did too.
That's how I was back then.
Yeah.
But then it's like, now that I watch it, it's like you can't make light out of something that you know is a raw wound. You can't make fun of that. Like, you
Mhm.
gotta know exactly what you're doing, and what you're doing is messed up. Like, you dancing in front of her with the song, and you don't see no wrong with it. No, something is absolutely wrong with that, Yandy.
Mhm.
Like, that's fucked up that you think that that's cool for you to dance in front of. Then not only do you dance in front of her to the song, you bring her a daughter-in-law book telling her
Right.
how to be a good daughter-in-law. So you making fun of my situation with my mother-in-law, that you decide to bring me a book about how to be a good daughter-in-law, implying that I don't know how to be a good daughter-in-law. So that's also offensive. Then I'm trying to talk to you about the issue at dinner. You still not hearing what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So that's when Chrissy got up from the table and said, God can't even get me to talk to you. I'm done with you. When she said that, I felt her on it.
Yeah.
She done with her. She done with her. It ain't
Yeah.
nothing that nobody can tell me. I'm done with this bitch. I don't want to talk to this bitch no more. I'm done. That's it. I'm done with it. It's stupid. I'm done. And then the whole thing with Chrissy felt some type. Now this part, I just felt like Chrissy was doing too much on. And we forgot to mention it earlier when they was sitting there talking about the checks thing, and how Chrissy was getting all upset talking about Jimmy just a check to you, Jimmy just a check to you, Jimmy just, and I'm just like, well, he does make her money,
Yeah.
you know
He
what I mean?
does make her money.
Does make her money, so he is a chick. You know what I mean? He
Right.
is a chick. But she wasn't saying it in a showboat, arrogant way. She was just talking about a check. Then she was
Right.
saying, "You gonna sit up here and you manage my man, and you talking about managing Kim Bella and Samaya and people like that. You like, you think that Jimmy want to be in the company of them and all this other stuff? Is it all
And
about
that's another thing that I didn't understand with her too. I understood the insecurity that people were talking about, because she did get very insecure when it came to Samaya. And Samaya did absolutely nothing to deserve all of that energy that she gave her. I
absolutely,
will admit that.
absolutely nothing? Samaya didn't do shit to her, like
Yeah.
nothing." And so then when Yandy said, if it was all about money, I would have been gone a long time ago. So that pissed Chrissy off. What do you say? If it was all about some money, I would have been gone a long time ago. Yandy implying, if it was all about the check, I would have been gone a long time ago. This nigga ain't making me that much money these days.
Which was true. Being honest, it was true.
So can we really
Around
be
that
mad?
time, his biggest song was "Pop Champagne."
Yeah, I
After
think
that,
that was the last big song he had, real talk. Because before that, it was Ballin', and then he had
yeah,
Pop Champagne, and that was it. So what was he? By the time Love and Hip Hop came out, he wasn't doing shit. This
at
was his
all, but
own.
hosting boxing matches, underground ones.
So
I'm sorry, Chrissy.
what exactly did she have to gain by managing him at this moment anyway? I'm just really being real with
And
that.
what
So
exactly does Chrissy do for a living? Because we're not gonna act like Chrissy wasn't profiting off of the same check. I mean, if Jim Jones won't make the checks, would you still be with him? I'm just saying, Chrissy. I'm just asking. I
child.
mean, I ain't trying to be messy, but I am just asking. I mean, what do you do?
Child.
I mean, did you have your own before you met him? Like, what was you doing before you met him?
She did not have her own because rumor has it was that she was out here messing around with all the dudes in Harlem that was selling drugs. She was a trap queen before she met Jim. That's what the tea is.
Bitch, don't be talking about Chrissy, okay? Now, if that came from me, that's one thing, because I see it for Chrissy, but don't be, don't be.
Did you not just ask me what did Chrissy do before she got with Jim Jones? And I'm telling you, allegedly she was a trap queen before she met him. Cause some dude, it's on YouTube. You can go find it. Some dude said she got her teeth knocked out of her mouth because she robbed him and all types of stuff. She was into a lot of stuff before she got with Jim, allegedly, to cover myself. But that's
Right.
what they said. That's what they said. Now you can go on YouTube and find it. Now she was a trap queen. She was a hood bitch before she got with Jim. Just saying. This what
Chrissy,
she
I ain't got
was.
nothing to do with this, okay?
That's,
This is
that's
Wikipedia.
what they
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
look. That's what they said. I'm just repeating what they said, and I said allegedly. So you cannot sue me, bitch. I said allegedly. I'm just putting it out there. Allegedly, that's what she was doing.
And
So
yes, I'm laughing because it's funny as hell.
as fuck, as fuck. Okay, but then what else happened after that? Okay, so it was the checks thing, and then the email that happened, and all that other stuff. And then if you know you and Chrissy got an issue, and you at the club, why you
Mm,
walk over there to her talking about, oh, you got something you want to show me, like your wedding?
right,
Trying to be
right.
messy, and
That's
I wasn't seeing that back then. Like I wasn't seeing it at all back then. I just constantly thought that Yandy was so damn innocent and she didn't do nothing, and Chrissy was just being a big bad bully and all this other stuff. And it all turns out Yandy was instigating this whole situation because I see now, as like now, you know how much I used to love Yandy. It's like as I think I started seeing Yandy for her works probably when the baby mamas came on the show.
yeah, me too.
That's
Me
when I
too.
officially started seeing Yandy for what she really was
Yeah.
when the mamas came on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish they bring the baby mamas back on the show. But they were equally annoying as Yandy. But I
You
think I
do.
started seeing her for her works when that situation
Me
happened.
too. I
So
agree.
yeah, so I think at this point, Chrissy had every right to be mad with Yandy, even when she came back. Yandy still being shady. Oh, that's when I was managing him. That's convenient. That's when I was managing him. Girl, you
Yeah.
know what you're doing. You knew you were being shady. So just be real. You know you being shady, Chris. Yandy. You know you was. Let's not
Well,
act like
you really couldn't been, girl, because let's be clear, your man snitched to get out. He ain't did his whole 8. I don't think he did. Felony season did not do his whole 8. You understand me? So he was whole snitch out here. Let's just be honest. That's out of here. He got out. And let's be clear. That's another reason why you didn't sign them papers, because you didn't want to have to be financially responsible for them damn cheering. Let's be clear
boom,
about that too.
boom, boom,
So I
boom,
mean, I'm just saying, Andy.
boom. I'm gonna say it again. Boom. Cause it's all facts. It's all facts. It ain't no lies being told. It's all fucking facts. That's what this is. It's all facts, and we already know that that's what it was. That's why you didn't want to sign off because you didn't want to be responsible for all the shit that he got going on. That's why you didn't want to sign. Then you didn't own up to your shade towards Chrissy in season 10. You knew it was shade, but you want to make it,
Mhm.
you want to throw Kimbella under the bus like she being messy. No, she was being messy when she told Chrissy. Don't get me wrong. She
Yeah,
definitely was.
absolutely.
Yeah, she
Very.
was. But at the same time, you were throwing shade and you know you was.
But see, that's a lesson that Yandy actually should have learned a long time ago. You sat up there and took on Kimbella's beef as yours, child. Now Kimbella and Chrissy done made up, and now you still pissed. At this point, I just feel like her and Chrissy just need to get over it. Jim Jones ain't really doing much of nothing no more. She not managing him no more. Y'all don't have to deal with each other on that type of level no more. I mean, what's the purpose of still holding on to the beef? Y'all should just go on ahead and get over it. I
Really
mean,
should.
really,
Really should, because the beef is tired.
yeah.
We don't care no more. It's been 10 years. We really don't give a damn. And at this point, Love and Hip Hop New York ain't never coming back. I don't believe in it. If it do come back, I'll be surprised. Because
Me too.
it's been almost 3 years since we seen a Love and Hip Hop New York child. So
Child. And Chrissy, your ass still ain't married, girl. So you may as well just go on it. You really need to go ahead and
forever
move on with your life.
fiance, forever fiance, forever fiance, forever fiance. You know it. That's why you laughing. Forever fiance, forever fiance. Okay, that's what the fuck she is. Forever fiance. Period. That's what she is. I'm sorry.
Like I said, you need to go on ahead and just hang it up, child. I know you done stashed you some money away, girl. Go on ahead and live your life. Go live your life with your man and go get married and have children and be happy, child.
It's
Because
a little
Jim,
too late for the children, child. Chrissy is 50. It's too late for children.
oh my child. Well, girl, Chrissy, well, look, listen. You waited all this time. See how life happens? Your whole life went by waiting for this man, and you still ain't got what you want. Lord, I'm shading her. I ain't trying to supposed to be. Can we end this? Cause you got me shit.
Ain't got you doing nothing. You just telling the truth, aren't you? Is that what we're here to do? Tell the truth. That's what
Cause she 50?
Chrissy is 50. Hell, she was 40 when she kicked Yandy.
Oh my god.
So no, you saying the right thing, child.
Well,
You
girl,
saying.
you about to have a house full of cats, child. Mm.
Oh my God, I cannot. Okay, but with that being said, y'all, I guess we can say Yandy was the one that was wrong. I guess we can both agree that Yandy was wrong in this situation. Now, I want to know what you guys. We want to know what you guys think. Do you think that
Yes.
Chris was wrong? Do you think that Yandy was wrong? We will be looking at the comments. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely will be looking at the comments because I'm interested to know who did y'all think was wrong. Now, before we get out of here, Terrence, let the people know where they can find you and what you got going on your channel in case this is their first time seeing you.
You can find me on Giving You the Real Tea. You can also find me on the second channel at Gags with Tea. And I do reality shows and, the latest gossip and whatnot. So if y'all into Real Housewives of New Jersey or Atlanta or Potomac or Candy and the Gang or whatever the case may be, come around there and see me, child. We gag. We do whatever we want around there.
Yes, we do. And we both have a panel together. We have 3 panels together, actually. We have Roasted Review
Yes.
together. We have Whether You Like the Not panel together. And we have Boys Night Out panel together. All 3, we are both on all 3. Okay. And we do some things by ourselves with just us 2 sometimes. So, yeah. So we have a lot to give and a lot
A
to
lot.
work at this moment. Okay. So with that being said, everybody, this is your boy Scotty, and that is giving you with the real tea. And we are out of here. Until next time, we'll holler at y'all later. Peace
Bye,
out.
y'all.